Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all. You are listening to INC Radio Africa, DZEM 954, the official satellite radio station of the Iglesia ni Cristo. I am your host for today's program. My name is Brother Edwin Dorsey. I'm coming to you live here in the country of Nigeria, Lagos, Nigeria. The temperature outside is about 32 degrees Celsius, so it's still pretty hot here in Lagos. And the time is 6 o'clock in the evening. So, good evening to everyone. We also, let's go to our other local studios here in King Williamstown, South Africa studio. It's about 11 degrees Celsius, so it's pretty cold there in South Africa, and the time is 7 o'clock, if I'm not mistaken, 7 o'clock in the evening. Also in Lilongwe is also 7 o'clock in the evening. The temperature there, the weather, is 18 degrees Celsius and partly cloudy. In our Philippine station there in Metro Manila, our main studio, it's 26 degrees Celsius. Cloudy, expecting rain. Good morning to all our listeners and viewers there in the Philippines at this time. So you can access the INC Radio live via YouTube. Just search for INC Radio and click live, or install the INC Radio app on iOS and Android devices. We are also encouraging all of you to like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Facebook, and Instagram official pages. We have our guest with us today in our program. We have Brother Enoch coming from Kampala, Uganda, and also Brother Kenny and Brother Elijah coming from Kira, Uganda. Hello, Brother Enoch. How are you doing, brother?
I'm doing well, thank you, Paul. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening to our beloved viewers, those who are viewing us live and those who are listening in. Well, Adrian, it's always a pleasure to be here. Thank you so much for hosting me, Paul.
Thank you, Brother Enoch. We look forward to talking to you more, especially with our discussion today. We'd like to also introduce you, Brother Elisha and Brother Kenny. Hello, brothers. How are you?
Hello, brother. How are you doing? We're good here. I would like to extend my greetings to all the viewers and members around the world. It's a pleasure to have me here today with you.
Okay, thank you, Brother Elisha. What about Brother Kenny?
Lepo, it's once good to have you. Good morning to everybody. Good afternoon. Good evening. I'm happy to have you here, Edwin, again.
Okay, thank you. So during our program, we'll ask you questions, Brother Enoch, Brother Kenny, and Brother Elisha. So be prepared, okay? Our topic for today for our viewers is simple things to cherish every day. There's a lot of things that in life that we should cherish, and sometimes there are those that things that we focus on that we forget the simple things in life. It's true what they say that happiness consists more in small conveniences or pleasures that occur every day than in great pieces of good fortune. That happiness, but seldom to a man in the course of his life. So, making it a point to prioritize and enjoy life's simplest pleasures is one of the easiest ways that a person can enjoy life. However, the simple things, yet important in life, are often the ones that we take for granted. But while we live in a world that is filled with stress and a hectic timing, here are some of the reasons why simple things or simple pleasures in life can be so important to us. As we go through our program and we talk about the simple things in life, in our chat there in the live chat on YouTube, maybe those who are viewers can mention what are the simple things in life that you enjoy most. Okay, so and we'll read them later on throughout our program. We'll be in our shout outs. Okay, so number one, so why why do simple things matter in this life? It makes you more satisfied and content in life. Now, how can that happen? We are all guilty of focusing on big things, right? I'm one of them. I focus on big things, and I'm sure our guests also they focus on big things. Of course, we want the things that will make a difference in our lives, but all the while we're overlooking the good stuff. No matter how small that goes on in our lives, by focusing on the big picture of or and forgetting to appreciate the little things, we let too much energy pass us. Now, how is that? When we have an appreciation for life, we appreciate everything and we feel contented. It may not seem like life shattering or life changing things to care about, but they make all the differences in the world. Without learning how to appreciate little things, you'll always feel lacking. And that's not good. What happens is that we become stuck and always wanting. It's when you have an appreciation for life that you feel great. You aren't always looking for the next big thing. Instead, you are able to celebrate everything that's right in front of you every single day. Okay. So what else? You don't have to spend a lot of money to enjoy yourself, right? How can that happen? We all know that money can't buy happiness, right? But did you know that being cautious about how and where you spend your money can do a lot to boost your happiness? And spared or spread it to those around you. The greatest thing in life are those worthwhile experiences and subtle occurrences that sometimes most individuals simply take for granted, right? So, a positive attitude improves your mental, emotional, and physical health. How does that happen? Well, every day may not be good, but there is something good in every day. See, the glass is half full instead of always thinking that the glass is half empty. That's having a positive outlook in life. Thinking about thoughts like these can do for more than raise one's spirits. They are actually improved health and extend life. Thus, truly brings us happiness. So always recognize a positive event each day and be grateful for that. Okay, and that's true. Sometimes we have to live our life a day at a time, examine all the things that we go through, and just appreciate that you're able to be alive. Right? How else or why else does the simple things in life important? It gives us perspective and it makes it easy to cope with stress. I know that we all experience stress. Now, how does always appreciating the simple things in life allow us to cope with stress? If we are constantly under stress, most of us will eventually start to function less as well. So, learning to appreciate simple things can make us feel really good, allows us or lasting happiness in our daily lives to come really helps us to think positively and have a brighter outlook in life, a progressive future ahead. Okay, so we talked a lot about how simple things in life can help us, right? So let's go to Brother Enoch. Are you still with us, brother?
Yes, Kuya.
So, are you always a happy brother, Enoch?
Yes, Paul. Always happy, Paul.
Okay, so can you give me what are some of the simple things in life, brother Anna, that you cherish the most?
Okay. Thank you so much, Paul, once again. Now, for me, one of the things that I cherish in my life, though it might be simple, are the friends and the good friends here, of course. So we cherish these friends. We have those friends who always come in and support us. Maybe when you're in times of need, you're lacking something, they offer a helping hand. So we cherish such people. And most importantly, we even have families. They also sometimes they sometimes help. So we also cherish our families, though sometimes it can be a humble family, or when you have everything that you can think of, you still have to thank God and cherish for having such a family. And some good times that we spent with friends. Maybe you're taking a walk in the evening, during the sunset. You take a walk, maybe with your family members. You sit together. So that one-on-one or conversation with friends, families, when you're even sharing a meal. For example, you're having dinner, the lunch, breakfast, you sit together, you share, you can cherish such a moment. And as a person, I always yearn for such a moment. Kuya Edwin. Thank you, Bob.
That's very true, brother Enoch. What you mentioned about what makes you cherish the simple things in life, especially being around family and friends, right? In our culture around the world, there's so many different ways that we spend time with family and friends. And knowing from experience from different cultures and different countries, just like what you mentioned, just being able to talk to your family, spending time just sitting down and talking, and even with your friends, right? You told me that you said that just by speaking to them, it's one of the things that you cherish the most. And it's very nice to see, because sometimes, like when I mentioned, in other cultures, or like for example, the US, people like spend, like they spend money just to hang around with their friends, or just to be around with family, that going to a movie or going on outings. But what you've mentioned is very, it's really simple, right, brother? And not just you don't even have to spend, just to have that good feeling with your family, just having a conversation, just being there with your friends, and just enjoying life, right? What about, let's hear from Brother Elisha. Brother Elisha, why do you think a simple life is a happy life?
I think personally, simple life is a happy life because it comes with little stress, and it also lessens expectations that everyone has on us. Like having there trying to be perfect in everything sometimes is so tiring. So focusing on simple things in life has a light effect on our life, and it also helps us calm our minds most times when we stress troubled, maybe we had days going. When you go back and think about all those little things in life, like spending your time with family over some nice dinner, going out on an evening walk, or watching a cheerful movie, there is a way you feel that freshness to life coming back. All the burdens that have been put on your shoulders come to lighten up. And there are some things that we despised growing up, like maybe watching animes and playing video games. All those things that people despise in these days, they call them childish and everything. For me, I consider simple things that help me cheer my life. They help me like forget about the hard things, and all the problems that I'd be facing in life. And with considering all that, simple things are far greater. Though some days we have to become serious, maybe focus on the big things in life. We have some achievements and goals we looking up to. We don't have to forget that. We have to cherish each and every moment of our life. And that considers not leaving out any little thing. We have to enjoy our lives to the fullest. And regarding that, we don't have to forget following our God's will, because the commandments matter the most, because we have to secure our path to salvation. And so that is why we have to focus on righteous, simple things, because most people have a misunderstanding of that when taking into consideration their leisure time. They go to ungodly things that may bring harm to their salvation and their righteousness. But when you're looking at things like that, we can look at little things like listening to music, maybe going out for a coffee at a nearby cafe. After work, you can go take a shower, and then go hang out with your friends. You can go play some video games, have some nice chat, talk about your past lives, all those things. They seem so small, but there is that feel that they bring to our life, like a feel of freshness, and I consider that. And most importantly, I think simple life is so good.
Yes, that's true, brother Elijah. What you mentioned, simple life is pretty good, right? Like what we mentioned earlier, the examples that were given, when we shouldn't take for granted the simple things in life. Instead, they really help us, like looking at our families, looking at our friends, just being with company, or doing things that can take us away from the problems for a bit, right? That's something that's so irreplaceable. You can't replace that, right? Those simple moments of happiness, you cannot replace those things, especially when it comes to, like what you mentioned, our duties as members of the Church of Christ. When we perform our duties, it's so simple, but yet it's so meaningful, and it takes away a lot of the things that are happening, all the things that we're experiencing in the world. Brother Kenny, what about you? What is one of the things that you cherish in a simple life, brother?
Well, bro, with me, what I would say about simple things, one, or what I would say, first of all, simple things, for my case, let's say, there is a moment whereby me and my family, we used to go and we have to fetch water. We have to fetch water at the borehole pole. So we go together playing along the road and having that moment. And I think that moment helps me to enjoy my life, first of all, that God have given me, and also be stress free and to have a moment with my family members, especially my mother.
Mm-hmm.
I like it, and it makes me so happy when I'm with my mother trying to help her to fix some little work at home. Peeling, for us here, we eat so much matoke, peeling matoke, trying to. Back in the village life, we cook with firewood. We don't have charcoal stove there, so we use firewood. So I have to go and collect firewood, and I have to come. I make sure that I, I do everything that is necessary with my mother, as she's explaining to me some jokes around, telling me how I used to behave when I was still young. I will tell, I will tell, no, that's not me, that's not me. So really, it's not that much that I've invested in much, but it really makes me feel so happy and brings a true peace of mind, especially when I am with my mother. And now, to the other hand, I was also with the friends that now we have been able to have, especially me, being that I am a member of the Church of Christ, and I like it more to have a moment, uh, sharing our faith, talking to each other, having the same faith, having the same hope, believing in the same God. It is something that helps me to feel that, yeah, these are of my character, because we have the same faith. We believe in the one true God, that is God the Father in heaven. It is not much that we have invested in, but it makes me so happy, Paul. When I'm having my moment, I'm spending my time with that kind of people. And it's really simple. It does not cost much. It is just to come up and have a chat with the family members and the friends. Paul. That's how I enjoy my simple life. Paul. Uh, that's how I really enjoy Paul.
Thank you, brother Kenny. That's really good how you showed your love for the simple life. You know, it's different, right, when you're living in the city compared to going home and visiting the village, right? In the village, it's very quiet. You know, it's away. You're away from the traffic. You're away from loud noise. Uh, and then when you're in the village, it's very quiet, very peace, very settling. No, but even like what you mentioned, brother Kenny, how you have to get your water, right? Is that something that you have to pump from the ground, brother Kenny? It's like you're pumping water from the ground, right?
Exactly, that is pumping water from the ground.
It's not like in the city where when you see the sink, you just turn on the sink and then the water will just arrive, right? Usually, that's something maybe maybe hard to pump water, but it's very simple, very something that makes you feel good to do, especially if you miss doing those kind of things, right, brother Kenny? So let's go back to brother Enoch. You know how this world is very hectic, right? Just like what we mentioned earlier, and there's a lot of stress, a lot of problems that we go through. How to stay happy? How do you stay happy, brother Enoch, when everything is going wrong, when there are times that things are going wrong in life?
Okay, thank you, Paul. Now for me, what I do, I just have to focus on the relationships that we have, be it from our fellow family members or in the church through the brothers and sisters. So here, you just have to tell yourself that though I'm going through the situation, though I'm going through ABCD, I have to focus on this relationship so that at least these are the people who are going to come in and comfort me when time comes. Because sometimes when you're in a certain mess, sometimes you need someone to talk to. So if you talk to someone, at least you feel relaxed that at least I've shared my burden, I've shared my problem to someone. And remember, if you talk to someone, of course, either close to you or your family member or any person who cares about you, at least you feel relieved that at least I've been able to share what I'm going through with someone. And of course, sometimes they provide a valid answer, and before you know it, they have advised you to do ABCD, to do that, and before you know it, the problem is gone, you're able to smile again. And remember, sometimes our target is to smile, however much, uh, though you don't have anything, though you didn't eat, though you're having a problem, though you don't have money, the end goal at the end of the day is to put a smile on your handsome or beautiful face, we are Edwin. So sometimes you even sustain the joy that you have. You say that, okay, though I'm faced with this challenge, though I'm going through this, but let me keep this joy for myself within you. And still, you keep hoping that maybe when time comes in God's own time, everything will be okay again and you will be able to smile again, even those people around you who are Edwin. Thank you, Paul.
Thank you, brother Enoch. That's very good. What about brother Elisha? You know, let's hear from you. How do you stay positive when everything is going wrong? How do you stay cherishing the simple things when a lot of problems are happening?
Uh, Thank you, Paul. Now, the only thing that I do every time I feel down, and one of the things that I love the most in my simple things, like my to-do list, is listening to music. Because every time I feel hard, like life is hitting me hard, I have my cool playlist that I go listen to, tune in, have some little personal space. Because one of the best things to do, most especially when you're not feeling so right, is to have some little personal space for yourself. Because you don't know how you react when you close to some other people, because people have different behaviors and you don't know what will trigger you. So every time you do not have a cool mind, all I do, just go listen to some music, my cool playlist, and then I'll be feeling so good. Come back and then associate with my friends, talk to them. Then I can openly share what was bothering me without having any triggers. And that is what I love most.
Okay, that's very good, Brother Elisha. Listening to the music does really help, especially during those times where we start to think about or start to go through these negative things. What about Brother Kenny? Brother Kenny, what always makes you smile, brother? Even though things are going, uh, even though things are difficult in life, what always makes you smile, Brother Kenny?
First of all, Paul, with me, with my life when things are not going well, when things are going wrong, first of all, my number one step to take is to pray to God, Paul, because I do believe as I commune with the Lord God Almighty, Paul, I can really be helped, and I'm sure that I will be helped. Secondly, uh, by me praying to God, that gives me enough assurance and enough hope that surely, or when or what, come rain or shine, I'm sure God is never gonna let me down because I am a man in His true nation, Paul. That gives me the living hope, Paul. That gives me courage. Though I was that driven down, depressed, but after I've prayed, after I've communicated to the Lord God, Paul, and after uh, sharing also the same situation I'm going through to those I believe that they can give me enough counsel to guide me on which step to take, because at times in amidst the situation, Paul, at times people intend to do some other wrong decisions. So I'm sure after I pray to God, I can also go and talk to my mother. Mother, this is what is bothering me. How could I go through the situation? How could I really? So my mother would guide me. No, keep praying, keep praying. God have never let you down, so He's gonna provide a solution for you. So eventually, that's how I end up overcoming uh, the situation, Paul, and I gain really hope to continue with my life, Paul. Very happy. Thank you, Paul.
Thank you, Brother Kenny. That's true what you mentioned. Sometimes, like what we mentioned earlier, the simple things in life we sometimes take for granted, right? Whenever there's a problem, whenever there is a difficulty, we tend to forget that we have a simple solution. What is that simple solution? Like what Brother Kenny mentioned, that he prays to God whenever there's a problem. And then when we tell him all our issues, all our problems, and after that, that's when we start to feel better. That's something that we should always we are always been taught when we join the church to always have that communication with God. But because we tend to worry about so many things, we end up taking that for granted, and that's not good. We should always, whenever there's a problem, the simple thing is, as a member of the church, to always pray to our Almighty God and let He be the one to handle those problems after we've had that prayer. That's our mindset. That's how we feel, and that's what always will make us happy. Right, Brother Kenny? Yes. So let's finish this statement or this sentence. Okay, let's start with Brother Elisha. I'm at my happiest when.
Uh, Well, Paul, I'm at my happiest when my mind is at ease and I'm sure I'm following the right path God sent for us so that I can attain salvation. When everything is going right, I'm happy.
Thank you, Brother Elijah. What about Brother Enoch? Huh? Finish the sentence. I'm at my happiest when.
Engaging in my hobbies and passions, Paul. Thank you.
Okay. And Brother Kenny, please finish the statement. I am at my happiest when.
My happiest or the most happiest moment for me is when that I fulfill my obligation as I'm supposed to in the church, and after I've prayed to God. That is enough for me. That is enough for me. After I've done what I'm supposed to do with the Almighty God. Thank you.
You took my answer, Brother Kenny, huh? Yes, I was going to say that as well. I'm at my happiest whenever I'm performing my duty. You know, it's something that we should always be happy, especially those who are officers, that whenever we have the opportunity to fulfill our duty, we should always be happy. Okay. We're having a good conversation in our program, but right now we'll take a station break. So please don't go anywhere. When after our station break is finished, we will continue with our program.
This is INCRadio, DZEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.
Natakam ba kayo sa pasabog ng Pagadian Zamboanga del Sur sa kanilang El Granada? Ngayon naman ay mas patatakamin namin kayo sa sapi ng Zamboanga City. Abangan dito sa Comida Zamboanga ngayong November 30, 2024 alas 7 ng gabi. See you!
Here are the highlights you need to look forward to on INCRadio Discover Davao.
Relax, explore, enjoy at the beach resort. Small rolls, big flavor. Titikman natin yan. Ating tunguhin ang lokal ng madam sa featured lokal. Pagsubok, kaya yan. Tunghayan natin ang kwento at ma-inspire.
Catch us this Saturday, November 30 at 7:30 in the evening Philippine Standard Time for more exciting features. Don't you miss it. Stay tuned for more adventures and stories only here on INCRadio Discover Davao.
People to the truth.
back. You are listening and watching INC Radio Africa DCEM 954, the official satellite radio station of the Iglesia Ni Cristo. The song that we just heard was Happy Victory, one of the original CMDs in the Church of Christ. We just had our station break as well. Let's continue to support all the different INC radio programs, like the one in Discovery of Davao, and all the ones that were mentioned during our station break. You can always find that in the INC radio page on YouTube. Let's give our shout outs, right? Give our shout outs here in the live chat. There's so many. We'll start with Brian Fisaraton, a shout out po. Sister Anna Perez coming to you from Ghana, Accra. Brother Renz Aranilia from Kisi, Kenya. Sister Ilona here from Nigeria. Brother Ryan, greetings from Kampala, Uganda. Brother Darius, also in Uganda, Mbarara. We have Sister Mary Jean Sariano coming to you live, also in Mbarara, Uganda. We have Brother Neff coming to you. Greetings from Cairo, Egypt. We also have Brother Cesar coming to you as well from Cairo, Egypt. We have Sister Priscilla Batan viewing right now in Rizal, even though it's early in the morning. Good morning, Sister. Thank you for joining us. Sister Gladys coming to you from Bujumbura, Burundi. Brother Danison from Kampala, Uganda. Sister Roxanne Fisaraton from Mombasa, Kenya. And we have a lot more who are joining us, and we thank you. We have many brethren around the world joining us in our INC radio program. So let's continue with our topic, right? How the simple things in life can help us. This time, the simple things in life are like those stars that shine on a clear night. They're always there, surrounding us, offering the subtle magic. However, it's not every day that we stop to look at them and remember that they exist. Only when life gives us a small or big setback do we suddenly appreciate what really builds our hearts, what constitutes each of these internal lines that create music and give meaning to our existence. All of us have more than one thing that we never would change, even for the most incredible riches. The life of our children, our parents, our spouse, our siblings, and maybe even our pets, because what they give us is priceless. Now, here are some of the simple things to enjoy or cherish every day in life. Number one is listening to music, just like what Brother Elijah mentioned, right? Brother Elijah, listening to music. Music is something that unites almost every human being in different cultures, right? We're from or what kind of gender genres we enjoy. It can make us dance, make us sing along, tug at our heartstrings, and inspire us. It also has many health benefits. For instance, listening to music can boost the mood, lower stress, and improve depression. What else? Reading a good book. You may have books, right? One of the simplest pleasures in life is curling up with a good book. Whether it is a uh, hammock or a breezy summer day or in a chair with a blanket as it rains outside. Reading a good book can provide light relief from busy life for a little while and is a great way to enjoy some time out. Okay, what else? Watching the sunrise or sunset. This is what I used to like doing, but here where I'm at, the buildings cover the sunset. One of the most memorizing and simplest pleasures in life. A lot of the best simple life pleasures can be found in nature. Whether you're an early bird who likes to catch the soft pastels of dawn, or you can never stop staring at the dramatic hues of sunset, the sky holds simple joys for all. What else? Walking barefoot in the grass is a simple pleasure you can do every day. Getting a great night of sleep is also a healthy, simple pleasure. Sometimes when you wake up, it can feel like you barely slept at all. Getting a truly good night of sleep where you wake up feeling refreshed and well rested is one of the simplest pleasures that's good for our health and well-being as well. In our the program before our INC Radio Africa is about being burned out, right? It's so important that we gain enough sleep, at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep. What else? Taking a long shower or bath. Whether you're sweaty after a summer run or chilled to the bone after shoveling snow or coming jet lagged off a long flight, a good shower is a simple life pleasure that can make you feel human again. Then it as cool or hot as you want. Use your favorite soaps and shampoos and try a bath bomb. I think that's the one that you throw in the water and then it becomes all bubbly for extra spa factor. What else? Drive in the countryside. Take some time out by getting in the car, driving. You'll get away from any distraction or stress. Enjoy your favorite music on the radio. Being able to stop for a picnic if you like. It's just about taking some time out. I remember when it came to the learning how to drive, driving should be stress free. Only if you know how to drive. I'm just saying. What else? Have some exercise every day. Exercise, right? Exercise is one of life's little pleasures, and there are lots of different ways to do so. Take some time out for yourself each day by doing exercise or going on a run. The feeling afterwards will be amazing. Okay? Spending time with loved ones is a treasured, simple pleasure. Sometimes all you need to have an amazing day is to be surrounded by the people you love. Plan to enjoy some of life's simplest pleasures in the company of your family and friends so you can all build memories that last forever and are always something that you will cherish to look back on. What else? Waking up every day, healthy and alive. We must never forget that waking up each morning is the first thing we should be grateful for. Each new day is a blessing, so don't forget to pray to God and entrust our lives to Him. And that's something very important, waking up and realizing that we have another day in our life, something that we take for granted sometimes, right? And that shouldn't be the case. The fact that we're able to rise again, and that may be the simplest thing ever. And praying to God, thanking Him that He's blessed us with another day in our life. Even though life may be problematic, even though we have to tackle a lot of things, a lot of different kinds of situations, we should never forget once we wake up in the morning to appreciate the fact that God has given us life. So, Brother Enna, from the things that we have mentioned, what is one of your favorite, simplest pleasures that you like to do? Although we mentioned one of them earlier, what was one of them that you like to do?
Kuya, I would love to spend some quality time with my friends and also the family members. Sit down, share a meal with them as we talk, as we discuss, as we laugh, as we advise each other, as we support each other. Oh, Kuya Adrian, thank you.
That's true. Even what also relieves stress is being around or being around the church activities, right? Being able to spend time with brothers and sisters. I remember when we used to have chapel guarding when I was still young back in the day. We would Sunday we'd perform twice in both worship service. We would perform in the morning. We'd also perform in the afternoon, and then in the evening we even stay. We don't go home. We do chapel guarding with all other brethren at the bini or the kadiwa. We will all just sit down, play guitar, and then try to sing, even though we don't know how to sing. We try to sing. Uh, just enjoy that kind of pleasure, just being around family, being around brethren. Brother Elisha, uh, you mentioned earlier listening to music, and that was one of the first ones, right? That are one of the simple pleasures that we shouldn't take for granted, or use something that we can use to uh, alleviate the stress that we experience in life. What kind of music do you like to listen to, brother and Elisha?
Well, Paul, my favorite music, of course, is the church music that we record. Well, the church produces beautiful music, most especially the hymns. I love listening to the hymns, and I always like to listen to extra playlists every time we done with the service on Sunday and our midweek service. I go in to listen extra to the hymns because they are so beautiful and refreshing to the soul. And then when I'm home, maybe in my free time, I also listen to some other music like hip hop and that kind of stuff.
Okay, then next time you'll rap for us, brother Elisha. uh, what about brother Kenny? Uh, you were one of the ones that participated in the what was it? The in concert. Is that correct, brother Kenny? I think that's right. I remember. Yes, we were together in one of our programs, right? Are you still singing, brother Kenneth? Brother Kenny?
Yes.
Okay, okay, that's good. What are one of the ones that we've mentioned? What would you like to? For example, what is one of the simple pleasures that were mentioned? What is one of them that you would like to do or start doing or incorporate in your life to just to never take for granted?
Well, Paul, as for me, one thing I would say that I would love always to have with me, it is when I am done, first of all, to perform my duty. Of course, after with my duty to the Almighty God, the rest is to have a moment with my fellow officers to discuss, to take a cup of coffee. In such a way, we reason together, Paul, and that moment gives me very gives me enough memory of me. Always, I keep remembering that moment. Thank you.
That's good, brother Kenny. One of the good moments is also when we eat, right? Even as brethren, we love to eat. I've never met any brother or sister that does not like to eat, right? We all like to eat, and it's also, even though it's not always healthy to eat too much, right? It's not healthy to eat too much, but being together and eating at the same time, uh, that's one of the things that you can cherish and enjoy seeing. Uh, Here with our brethren here in Nigeria, the officers, when we always eat, when I see them eating and enjoying, that makes puts a smile in my face. Okay. What did you learn, Brother Enoch, from this program today?
Thank you so much, Paul. First of all, we thank the Church Administration for topics like this because by the end of the topic, by the end of the program, we truly pick a lot from these shows, and of course, we later on go and apply in our lives, and we truly benefit from them. What I've picked a lot is to always practice what you call gratitude. You know, sometimes whenever you're in a certain situation, sometimes we tend to forget those small things. So if you highlight out those small things that you have to be thankful for, appreciate appreciate those small things. For example, you might be going through a worse situation as you think, but thank God you have your good health. You're not in hospital, you're not bedridden, because we have those people. They are right now as we talk, they are bedridden, they are there. So you, though you have a problem, though you have a challenge, you have your good health. I think you have to practice uh, a good thing, and that is to be grateful rather, and you thank God for that opportunity. Then the other queer, we have to lean on support. Though we are going to through a lot, we have to lean on support. People give us family members, the close friends, even those people who wish us well, the support they offer us, we have to lean on it. And of course, later on, the situation will change. Then lastly, queer, we have to stay hopeful. We have to stay hopeful, though the situation is like that. Always remain hopeful, always hope for the better. There is always a green light at the end of the tunnel. There is always a green light ahead. There is always some good things ahead. So we just have to remain hopeful, and we thank the good Lord, and we pray that God provides and He takes us through that situation that we are currently uh, grappling with. So we just have to remain hopeful. We are Edwin. Thank you so much, Paul, for hosting me tonight. Paul, we are
Thank,
Edwin.
thank you, Brother Elisha. Sorry, Brother Enoch. The bottom line, there are just a handful of the many simple things in life that we can enjoy for free. There are some, or there are so many more, and it's up to each individual to discover which ones are the most meaningful to you. So take a moment to enjoy the simple things, and you'll be able to appreciate more of what's around you. These small moments will make your world seem bigger and brighter. We should also never take for granted, the blessings that we receive in this life. Just like what we mentioned, being able to be alive, being able to worship God, those are the great blessings that we should never take for granted. That's something that we should. It's simple, but yet so meaningful to us as members of the Church of Christ, and we should always cherish every time that we have the ability to attend the worship service, being able to perform our duties. Mm. Every day we get older, every year we get older. We will experience different kinds of sicknesses, things that will set back our health. But as we are still alive, as we still have our strength, we should never take for granted the time that we have to always be with our God, worshiping Him. Okay. So, Brother Elijah and Brother Kenny, do you have anything you would like to, anyone that you would like to shout out to at this appointed time?
Well, Paul, first of all, I would like to thank our executive minister for creating for us such programs so that we can interact with our fellow brethren and talk about things that bring us together, strengthening our faith and helping us carry on walking a stronger path to our salvation. And I would love to thank all the people viewing us from various regions of the world, our brethren. We love you so much. our producer, Edwin Dorsey. Bro, thank you so much. And also, most importantly, I would like to thank our Almighty God for helping us get through each and every day, no matter how hard our life is, our family members, keeping them safe and everything. Our brethren, like we're so thankful, we're so grateful, and as long as we still have our life, we still have our lives, we'll still carry on. So, with strong faith, we'll serve our Almighty God till the end of our lives. Bro. Thank you, Paul.
Thank you. What about Brother Kenny? Who would you like to shout out at this time?
Well, Paul, as for me, I first of all thank you for always being there and giving us a chance down here in Uganda also to be participative in such an activity, especially here on the INC Radio Bowl Africa. And also to say thank you to our resident minister, Paul, Brother Ryan. I want also to say thank you to our district supervising minister, uh, Brother Danny. Is so good, so good, so good, because through him we are well taken care of because we get the information up from the church administration up to down. So I want to thank God for everyone who have done the best of him to see that this program goes through. And also I want to thank our viewers all around the world, uh, Church of Christ members. I thank God that every now and then, God keeps on increasing the members all around the world and upholding His promises to this church, Paul. I thank God for that. Thank you, Paul.
Thank you, Brother Kenny and Brother Enoch.
Thank you so much, Paul Kuyadrin. Greetings, our special greetings to our executive minister, our beloved brother, Eduardo V. Manalo, our CFO coordinator, Angelo Elanyo Manalo, our beloved district supervising minister here in the District of Northern Africa, together with his beloved wife, Aileen, then our CFO overseer, the district, Kuya Brian Fesaliton, our brother, the resident minister, Brother Ryan and his wife, and all the brethren all over the world. Thank you, Paul, for having us. Thank you so much, Kuya Adrian.
Okay, we'd just like to give a special shout out to Brother Samuel Estupito, our executive producer, to the 3 district CFO organization overseers, Brother Brian Fisaraton, Brother Jackson Liwanag, Brother Nico Jimenez, to the 3 district supervising ministers here in the country of Africa. We have Brother Danilo R. Pascua, Brother Rico de Rosario, and Brother Ray Membrere. And to our beloved brother Angelo Eranio Vimanalo, our Christian Family Organizations Coordinator, and to our beloved brother Eduardo Vimanalo, our executive minister. Thank you, Paul. And thank you to all of you who joined us today in our program. We'll see you once again here on INC Radio Africa. Thank you.
somandla ngokusigcina e-Afrika bandla likaKristu leli khula ngokukhula thina singamalungu asiqhenyayo kweli bandla kuba bonke ubunzima leli khula
This is INC Radio, DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.